Jessica removed the price tag and avoided her friend's gaze as she said, "Actually, the cake is my wedding present to them." She set the box inside on a shelf and closed the door. "Wait, you're going to this wedding?" "I was invited." Watching her ex proclaim his everlasting love to someone else may be challenging, but she was secretly hoping there might be a single guy at the wedding that could help ease the sting a little. John's fiancée, Emily, was from out of town, and she had 6 siblings. She was gorgeous, and good looks had to run in the family, right? Whitney's disapproval was written all over her face. "Can I talk you out of it?" Nope. The truth was, Jessica was infatuated with weddings. She'd even been known to crash a few, but she always brought cookies or something. She wasn't a total creep. She just couldn't walk past a beautiful beach ceremony or a wedding reception in the park without stopping to say congratulations to the bride and groom. She'd been that way since she was 4 years old, wearing lace doilies on her head as a veil while she forced the kid next door to marry her. "Are you going?" she asked Whitney. She checked her watch, avoiding Jessica's frown. "I have to work, which I should get to now. Trent will be there, though." She gave Jessica a quick hug. "Enjoy," she called behind her as she made her exit, which seemed suspiciously more like an escape from the bakery. She watched her best friend climb into her banana yellow Miata convertible, crank the music, put on her oversized sunglasses, and drive off. Jessica sighed, unable to shake the nagging feeling that Whitney wasn't completely sold on this whole marriage thing that Jessica would do just about anything to have. Hours later, from her seat as far in front as the reserved signs allowed, Jessica scanned the ceremony setup at the Bays Country Club, the best venue in town for large weddings. Ceiling-to-floor windows provided a spectacular view of the ocean and the boats along the marina. 30-foot open-beam ceilings with a light wood decor throughout gave the space a warm and intimate feel, despite the posh exclusivity of the members-only club. Exactly 100 chairs, covered in white satin, sat facing a large archway decorated with white flowers and silver snowflakes. The wedding colors of white, silver, and crystal blue weren't the traditional red and green holiday choices, but instead gave an air of a chilly winter wonderland, and the large crackling fireplace along the side of the room completed the cozy vibe. December weddings had to be the most romantic. If and when Jessica ever got married, December would be her month. Her ex-boyfriend John stood under the archway, speaking to the marriage officiant. Dressed in his black tails, with a pale blue tie and cummerbund, his dark hair gelled to one side and his face freshly shaven, he looked amazing. But not even the slightest flicker of lingering emotion for him dared to surface. It had been 18 months since they'd dated. Jessica was completely over him. Had she been trying to force a connection in the first place? If it had been real love, the way she'd thought it was, wouldn't this be harder on her? Wouldn't the previous weddings have had some heart-wrenching impact on her, too? John glanced her way with a small, casual smile, and she returned it before shifting her attention to the other guests arriving. Groomsmen ushered family members to the reserved seats near the front, and Jessica could already feel the customary wedding tears gathering in her eyes as she saw the couple's grandparents and aunts and uncles arrive for their big day. The most important day of their lives. Nothing was as powerful as connecting to another person in a way that said, "Let's grow old together." As she scanned the room, she noticed a tall, gorgeous-looking man surveying the seating selection. Almost all the chairs were taken, and the ceremony was about to start. She lifted her purse from the saved seat next to her as he made his way down the center aisle. Her heart raced when he paused at the end of her row, glanced her way, and then took a seat next to some gorgeous woman on the bride's family side of the room. Jessica sighed and set her purse back down. She'd been right to assume Emily's family members would share her hotness, but unfortunately, they all had dates. Soft piano chords started to play then.